Bougie Show, keep it live. It's the Bougie Show, keep it live. We live, tell us what you wanna hear. When we turn up, you gon' turn up. Turn around and tell a friend. It's the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Tell them it's the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Yeah, 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 yeah. Turn up. All around the world, you gon' hear us. Turn up. Everywhere we go, you gon' hear us. It's the Bougie Show when you hear us. Cause it's the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Turn up, turn up, turn up. It's the Bougie Show when you hear us.
We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Bougie Show. I am Zay the DJ, and across from me is somebody that we've gotten several requests to join the show for an interview. She definitely made her presence known in the mainstream adult film industry. She's currently a bi-solo content creator that enjoys her foodie, festivals, and fitness. She looks even better in person. No catfish, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, the brown-skinned tenderoni that doesn't rock with the phonies. She ain't come to play. Miss Nadia J is in the building.
That was quite the introduction.
You approve?
I do.
Okay,
Brown skin
great.
tenderoni.
I showed my age with tenderoni. Clearly, he came up in the 90s. He listened to Bobby Brown. Yes. Thank you for joining us. Before I take my sip, I want to say, y'all owe me. Y'all owe us, the Bougie Show, because we got her in the building. It's going to be our last event in Florida for a while. So we got it done for y'all. Miss Nadia J is joining us in the building. Thank you. I know we were supposed to actually have you on earlier today, but a little miscommunication, but we made it happen. We was going to make it happen. We were determined to make it happen. Miss Nadia J, you started out your adult film career with Reality Kings in Vegas, yes?
No.
Oh, okay.
Out
Correct me.
here, actually.
Cause I saw a video
Miami.
when you were talking. Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, you shot for Reality Kings in Miami? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And how did you get in the industry? How did Reality Kings hit you up? How did this work?
Oh, God. Don't try this at home.
Okay.
I think I was on Craigslist.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me like that.
All right.
I was on Craigslist. I don't know what I was searching for in particular. I was already dancing at this point.
Okay, so you were an exotic dancer prior to joining the industry.
Very shortly.
Okay,
though.
okay.
Everything went super fast.
Maybe that's why I thought I'd seen you before. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, and I don't know what I was searching for, but I was like, I think I seen some type of advertisement. It was like $1,000 per scene, and I was like, that sounds good. And I called up this man, and he put me in touch with Hussy Models. And
Shout
I
out
didn't
to
know
Hussy. All right, go
anything
ahead.
about them at the time. But
What year was this? Was this pre-COVID
the end
or?
of 2014.
Oh, so this is so you went in the game for a minute. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm like a veteran,
You're
I
a veteran.
guess.
Hopefully you applaud her.
I had just finished school too, and
Where'd you graduate in?
So I went back to school at this point. I went for business originally,
Okay.
and then I went back to school to get my cosmetology license.
Okay.
And like immediately upon graduating, I'm like, I'm about to go do some porn.
Okay. Stop the fuckery.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
And so I got on a plane and came out here and shot a couple of scenes. Went back home to tell people what I'd done. And
Where were you?
then-
What was home?
Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you from which part of Detroit?
Like the suburbs of Detroit,
So
not the real Detroit.
so you ain't from Flint.
No.
And you ain't okay, all right, from the suburbs.
Yeah.
Okay, LA, I see you, homie. My homie from Flint, LA. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, not Flint. No shade.
No
a little
shade.
shade, but not from, not from Flint. So yeah, I went back home to take my walk of shame, tell everybody what I had partaked in.
Ooh. Why did
And
you choose to tell them and not let them find out?
Oh, the scene was dropping. And it had already dropped.
So
I
you
didn't
were
think people
promoting
were
it?
gonna find out. I don't know why. I didn't think people watched this much porn,
It's the most
honestly.
consumed product in the damn world. But go ahead.
I had no idea. I wasn't gooning at that level. So.
Right.
One of the Reality King scene, I think I got like, I don't remember how many views, but it was several million. And I was like,
Yep.
oh, this is serious. I have
Yeah.
to tell people now.
Because you were you promoting it?
No, I was.
So you still felt like they were gonna see it?
Yeah.
Were you
Absolutely.
Okay.
Someone had recognized me in Starbucks. I was like, oh no, I gotta go tell
Oh
them.
yeah. We go. So hold on. So you did this shoot. Were you promiscuous strong sexual drive prior to doing this? Were you always a bona fide freak, or did it get developed as you became an exotic dancer? Like, where did the freak come from? The relationship brought it out? Did you what? Talk to me.
I don't know. I was always like a serial monogamous, so I was a freak within my relationship.
Okay.
And then I think I just got tired of the dudes. I was so sick of them. I was just like, you know what?
You got tired of dudes?
Yeah.
Relationship? What, they were cheating on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just like, y'all don't want a good girl. Y'all want a hoe. And the hoes were winning in my city. They really, really were. The hoes were winning. And I was just like, you know what? Let me step out of my little sheltered box and see what's good, basically.
But you come from a solid, functional household.
Yeah.
I know your parents gotta have to say,
They had words.
I bet they did.
Yeah.
Nadia J joining us.
Everyone was shocked. I was shocked.
You were shocked. So was it, because I've had, I think it was Zoe Sin, not Zoe Sin and Angela, what's the red, I forgot her name. She's in Vegas now. She gained a lot of weight since we interviewed a black girl, light skin. She's from Atlanta. She got a nice little deal with Kim. God dang it, I forgot her name. But she said she, out of like, no, actually, you know what? It was what's her name? Pussycopia? Amina Green.
Okay.
She said that when I interviewed her back in 2023 or 20, she said that her relationship, it just made her want to go on a F freak fest. Like, she just was like, she didn't give a damn no more. Is that fair to say with you or no?
I still gave a damn.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
All right.
I still did. I think I didn't know what to expect, and when I did it, I was like, oh, this is like a real job. It's a full-blown production, and it's kind of exciting. It's completely different from what I was doing at the time. I had a regular job.
What were you doing prior to joining the adult?
I was working at Olive Garden.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
You was a waitress, a host?
I was a waitress.
You used to get some good tips?
I did.
You was stacked in or no? You ain't do that
So, I guess I had a mission to become a hoe before I even knew.
We appreciate the realness, goddammit. Applaud her.
I went in and got some titties
Okay.
at the ripe age of 19.
That's early.
It is.
Where you got the money from?
I went in debt.
We got a bona
I went in
fide freak
debt.
in the
My mom
building.
did help. So maybe she was like,
Why your mama
foreshadowing
felt
my
like she
journey.
needed it? Okay. Hello. Why your mother? All right, go ahead. I'm not. Go ahead. I'm just soaking it
We
up.
listen and we don't judge.
Okay.
So I think that kind of already set me on a little path. I seen the attention that the titties brought, and I was just like, oh, maybe I should dabble a little bit more.
And then
So I did.
you started
I got
dancing.
into
Where
dancing.
did you start dancing at? What, Detroit, Miami.
Dearborn?
What the hell is that?
It's in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They get fully naked there?
Yeah.
They got backroom action also there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you participate in backdoor action?
Um,
Okay, we'll plead the fifth. We'll plead the fifth. If the money right, you can make somebody night.
You know what? I was still so vanilla back then.
Ooh.
I didn't think that people were doing extracurricular activities. I just thought people were dancing.
Were you dating at the time you were dancing?
I was.
And he approved it or he didn't know?
I didn't tell him. He found that on Instagram.
She's so scandalous. Applaud her.
I didn't care though. He had already abused the relationship, and at that point,
Mentally
I
or
was just
physically?
like, oh no.
Oh, you don't do the physical.
Mentally, I will
Okay.
hit you back.
Okay, we applaud that. God damn it,
Yeah.
applaud her. I'm an advocate for against domestic violence.
Yeah.
I know a few people that have been murdered from that, so I just.
Scary.
So it's real, you know what I'm saying. So Nadia J joining us on the Bougie Show. So you relocated to Vegas by yourself when you went out
Yeah.
there, and you stated in an interview after living in Vegas for 5 years that it never felt like home. Why?
I don't know if it's just like the Midwest in me, but I think people are a lot more authentic. Like people will tell you they don't like you, you know, and I appreciate that. I don't like people smiling in my face, pretending to be my friend, or just like hanging around me for what I can do for them. And Vegas definitely felt like that kind of city. Everyone was very fake, extremely flaky. And I was just like, this doesn't feel like home for me. Like, I know I'm not going to live here long term.
You stayed there for 5 years, so you must have had some.
I stayed there for 10.
So you was making your money.
I was, yeah. The money was great out
through
there.
through content
Through
collaborations,
everything. Everything was popping off for me.
Were you
there.
dating while you were out there also?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, were you dating another performer?
By accident.
Okay, by
I
accident.
dated
That's a new
two
one.
by accident. Yeah.
I want to. I don't want you to say no names yet because I'm going to ask you about one particular performer that I saw on your Twitter while I was preparing that you worked with, who's been on the show. So I want to find out if that's one of them.
We're gonna take a drink to that.
We'll take a drink to that. So Miss Nadia J, I read some of the comments from the viewers of that interview, and one that stood out. It was a question directed to Nadia J. Do you really enjoy filming with white men? Because that's the majority of your boy-girl scenes. Your response?
I think I don't mind filming with anyone. When I first got into the industry, my agents put me with white men.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah, and the industry's very racist, and I don't think I experienced a lot of racism until entering the
Really?
industry, despite being raised in a very
Multi.
racist state. You know,
You grew up with. You had Caucasian friends as you were growing up.
all of my friends were Caucasian.
Okay.
growing up.
Okay. So you didn't experience any racism there though. Growing
No,
up.
not
You experienced it
until-
when you got in the industry. And what kind of racism did you experience? Because you jumping early. I got all this coming later, but if you want to touch on it, we
Yeah.
can touch on it now.
I didn't think people cared about what color dicks I fucked. You know.
Oh, so you're
I
saying
never
there's
thought it
racism
was a
coming from the
thing.
black end too? Because there is racism coming.
Yeah.
I get it all the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know who was worse actually. They were
That's
both
true.
Pretty
I
bad.
think people just think white people are the only people racist. No, black people leave us comments. Why you ain't got no black girls? So we're gonna get into that. Like it's like we try. But anyhow, so you said the industry is very racist, just based on that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that they basically put you in front of, because this I see them do that with certain girls. Like particular, they it's like, if I had to be real with you, Miss J, I would say is, let's get our run through her first, and then the ninjas can have her. Is that a fair assessment?
I don't know.
The mentality, because I'm only saying that based on the ones that knew that come in. I noticed that they're only being booked with certain people, and then after they gone their run, and I've seen it because I've been around long enough to see it, right? So this show's going on its 5th year. I've seen girls who only did, I'm not going to mention their name, that only worked with white women, only worked with white men for X amount of time. Now as it starts to die down, oh, damn, she over there with Isaiah Maxwell now. Oh, she over there. And I was like, oh, they don't want you no more. But then we done ran you through. Now the rest can have you. And that's what I'm just saying. If that's what I saw. That's what I saw a few times.
I can't say that I felt that way because I was always kind of one step in and one step out. I think living in Vegas and being signed to Hussey at the time, you know, that was already quite a distance. So I wasn't working that much. I think my first year, I don't even think I shot over like 12 scenes. So I took a little break, came back to it. So I can't really say
you was
that's
playing
been
with
my
it.
experience. I was dabbling,
Okay.
you know.
Well, you weren't going hard.
I wasn't going hard.
Are you going hard now?
No.
Oh, okay. So you getting enough money off your? Where you get most of your money? Where does most of your revenue come from? Is
I
it
would
OnlyFans?
say-
Is it production? Well, you're not doing mainstream like that, right?
Yeah, I only shoot with a few companies here and there.
So most of your money comes from.
If like those companies call, then
most of
show
your
up.
money comes from
socials,
social medias.
like different platforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So OnlyFans isn't your go-to, like the big check of the month.
It's a pretty big check.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the content that sells the most on there?
I don't know.
You don't know. Interesting.
Cause I don't shoot a ton of boy girl.
So you're doing more girl now?
I don't shoot a ton of girl either.
So what are you shooting?
I shoot a lot of
Solos?
solos.
You playing with toys and stuff like that?
Always.
Always.
Yeah. But I'm down to do all of it, honestly. I think people are just a little unreliable.
What because you kind of spoke on, because I was going to ask you, what did your friends and family have to say about it and your decision? You kind of stated, you don't have to go into detail about what your parents said. I kind of understand. I think the world would understand what your parents had to say.
Yeah.
But your friends, did you lose friends?
I don't think I lost friends.
You didn't lose any.
I lost people who were already on their way out. But I still have friends from that day that I'm extremely close to. So
What led to you transitioning away from mainstream corn?
I don't think I liked the experience that I was having.
And can you elaborate a little bit what type of experience?
First off, the makeup artist was doing me dirty, in my opinion.
In Florida or Cali? On the West Coast?
I think both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? They want you to shine?
I don't think they were hating on me. I honestly think they just lacked the experience.
So why didn't you get your own makeup? Why don't you do your makeup yourself? Some do it.
I started doing my makeup myself. Yeah. And then.
So you didn't like how they were presenting your look?
I didn't like how they were presenting my look.
Okay.
I also didn't like, I think at the time doing so many interracial scenes, I didn't like the narrative that was pushing.
Did they ask you to say racial stuff? No.
There was some companies.
Okay.
That
What did they say? Because I know about dog fart and asking the man, the white girl to sell the black man. But for you, what were they doing with you?
I don't know if there was anything. It wasn't like
Not
racial
necessarily
slurs or anything,
right.
but
But
just like really hyping up this idea that I prefer white men over anything else.
Oh.
And I just don't like that. No, because it's not even true. I never had sex with a white man until
you
porn.
joined the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then what if you enjoyed it and then all right, that was your cup of tea? Who's gonna be mad? I can't be mad at you for that if that's your preference.
That's true, but I don't have a preference when it comes to people. You know, I like what I like. None of my exes look alike. None of them.
So it sounds like you're
They're
the
just all
savage and you just
tall,
want to try
I guess,
different. Okay,
except
so you
for
just
the
like
girls,
to try.
but everyone.
You dated women too?
Yeah. But no one
I can't
looks
see
alike.
you dating a woman. I just can't.
I know, I'm a different
You
person
look like
when I
you
date
supposed
girls.
to. You look like you can help close the deal.
I'm Nadia 2.0 when I date women.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I just think that sounds like a mess.
It's I have a good time.
All right. So there's so many ways I want to go with this. Did it take some time for you to treat it as a job and not have the emotional attachment when being intimate with somebody, especially coming from such a green background?
Yeah.
So
my
when
gosh.
you enjoyed the sexual intimacy with that person, like you kind of connect. I thought it was more to the men. I remember Isaiah Maxwell telling me that was the biggest adjustment he had to make early in his career. Like, this is business. You can't fall in love with every person you sleep with.
Yeah.
You've had that.
I don't
Not
know
fall
if
in
I
love,
fell in
but-
love with them, but I did start dating someone after doing a scene.
Because of
And
just
that-
the chemistry.
Yeah, we had good chemistry, but like I dabbled with a few people after a scene actually, and I learned pretty quickly
Not to do that?
Not to do that.
Because intimacy is one thing, but relationship and personality is a whole nother, right?
It's a whole another thing.
You
It's a lot.
what age were you when you got in the game?
I was 22, 23, 22. I don't remember. One of those.
You want to have children?
No.
Okay. All right. I just had to throw that out there real quick. What is your? Because I know you're not current. Well, you say you shoot for certain scenes if they call. What's your routine the day of a scene?
Like, how do I prepare?
Yes.
I just show up, honestly. I show up. I have my bags packed ahead of time. That way I don't have to stress about it. If there's dialogue, I read that ahead of time. But I usually just show up. I'm an overthinker, so I try to just show up. That way I don't overthink anything.
What's your zodiac?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, you like my mama. You October. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. You're so funny you were talking about makeup because my question to you ever been on set getting your makeup done, preparing for your scene, and another female performer was getting busy, like you've been on set, you're next type of thing?
Yeah. You'd hear them in the background, especially if we're shooting like a box cover,
A box cover.
Yeah.
Elaborate, please. I'm a square.
Where, there's multiple people coming in for the scene that day, and we're kind of
Oh, the box cover, like what they sell with all the people that's going to be on that?
Yeah.
We need to start doing that, Piero. Have like a whole box cover, all our guests for the event. Stop the fuck.
It is time to stop the
So,
fuckery.
what goes through your mind when you're getting your makeup and you're hearing somebody else, a female, getting pounded out or whatever?
This may be inappropriate to say,
yes, go ahead.
but I'm so used to it. I used to get my hair done in high school, and I would hear my mom inactive, so it really doesn't bother me.
With your daddy? Or
She didn't marry my dad. She
Okay.
got remarried.
Okay. damn,
And I
mama
would,
was a savage.
I'd be getting my hair done, and like my hairstylist look at me, I look at her, and I'm like, just don't mind that. There's a music on. Yeah.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that. Okay. I almost didn't ask you the question, too, because you started talking about makeup already. I was like, oh, maybe I should pass on that. Does Nadia J have a go-to move?
A go-to move?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Like a signature move? No? Are you a pillow princess? Oh. Well, you're into fitness, so could you date somebody that doesn't exercise? I couldn't.
No.
I couldn't either.
I just learned that, though.
Why? Tell me why.
Part of it is vanity, but also I started thinking you just don't care about yourself, you know? Sometimes when I get into, so during COVID, I started competing.
Body weight?
Yeah, bikini,
okay,
bodybuilding.
got you.
And so I think that really changed my outlook, and I was extremely disciplined about my food and about my gym routine, and it just made me have a lot of respect for it.
Yeah, absolutely, it's work.
And I think now when I see people just eating really poorly, like a lot of fast food, I'm just like, I'm turned off by it, honestly.
You had Just Salad? They just opened up a new one down here. I love it.
I haven't.
You haven't had Just Salad? It's just dope. But I eat bad. Don't get me wrong. I got my chicken wings and fries, and I like to drink, and I like to smoke my reefer. But
I think things are fine in moderation. But if you're somebody that's eating fast food every day,
you gonna die.
You can, yes, yes.
So enjoy your 20s while you got it, because when your ass get older, you're going to have to cut it out. All right. What were you subjected to, because you've been around a while, you've been around the block. What were you subjected to as a performer that you never saw coming? Throughout your year,
a lot of perverts.
From the industry or?
Yeah, that, some of the agents, some of the directors.
Do you think agents are pimps?
Yeah.
They are pimping a little bit.
Yeah. Legal pimps.
That's correct. So speaking that, you say a lot of creeps and stalkers. How do you deal with stalkers? Go ahead, answer that first.
I guess I just block them.
Okay.
There's really nothing
So it's usually online stalkers, not in-person stalkers.
Thank God.
Okay. And when you get recognized, how do you deal with that?
It depends on the mood I'm in.
Okay.
If I'm in a silly mood, I will gaslight them and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. I've done that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what if when's the best time to approach you? Is it at the gas station pump? I know it's not at the gym.
No, it's not at the gas station.
Is it at the supermarket?
Maybe. Somewhere chill.
Oh, okay. So it's all about the environment.
Yeah.
But what if I'm like, yo, I'm never going to see you again. I got to go for it now.
If I'm at the gym, maybe in between a set, the grocery store, a night out, you know.
So I got a confession. Maybe you can give me a little advice. There was this woman at the gym, and not many women can catch my undivided attention because I'm around pretty women all the time. I've dated pretty women. My daughter's mother was an extremely good-looking woman. And there was this girl, and I got her to give me the eye contact, and I thought about her when I went home. And I wanted to see, I said, if I see her, and I haven't seen her yet, and I'm like, if I see her again, I'm introducing myself because I might not ever get to see her again. Your thoughts, and how should I play that? She would pay.
I would speak to her.
I'm gonna speak to her.
In between the sets.
Oh, I know that. I'm a P. You know what a P is? Certified P.
Okay.
Player to the game.
Well.
Not a player of women, a player to the game. The game of life.
Okay.
You got to play. Life is the game to be played, is it not?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so if I say I'm a P, I'm a player.
Okay.
I don't even mess with players. I don't roll with. Even the woman that I deal with, she has to be a player. If you can't help me go in the room and close the deal, if you don't know how to work the room, or you can't help me close the deal, what are you here for? Right?
I don't know.
No, I'm saying we balance or we help each other where we flaw at, right? Where we weak at, right? Isn't that how it's supposed to go?
Yes.
So if the woman that I'm looking for is the woman that can help me close the deal or work the room when we in the room, I know how to move, so she got to know how to move, right? That's how the game go, right? That makes sense, right?
I think it's fair.
That's being a player. That's not being a player.
I don't know if it's being a player.
You don't like the word player. That's what that is.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just trying to understand your definition.
Okay.
I've always associated player with something.
Yeah, I know. It's usually no, it's not that. It's player of the game. The game of life is the game to be played. But anyhow, Nadia J joining us on the Bougie Show. Your most embarrassing moment while filming?
Why would I tell you that?
Why not? I've had everybody tell me everything under the sun.
Why would they tell you that?
Because it's just a moment of truth.
I actually don't know.
I've heard anal accidents. Dred told me it's gonna happen.
I've never done anal, so
okay.
I
So your backdoor V. Applaud her, goddammit.
Well,
they didn't get you like that.
On film.
I bet you they tried. Oh, you done it in your personal?
Yeah, like 4 times.
And with different person or with the same person?
2 people.
And you didn't like the experience?
It was just okay.
Okay. Did you use lubricant?
Of course.
Okay. I had the girl we had in there earlier today, right, Pierre? She said she went in raw. She said she liked the pain of it.
Oh my.
Yeah.
She's a real one.
She was a real firecracker.
That's next level.
And she was 4'9". All the short ones I interviewed, I think
they might be built for it.
Yeah,
honestly,
they are.
I don't think I'm
That's crazy.
built for anal.
Yeah. Now I think about it, I don't know too much black women that like the backdoor play with. Not saying that they don't have some, because they do.
I got recommended by my black peers. They were telling me how good it was and how many orgasms they were getting, and I was like, I want to try. And that was not my experience. I can't relax enough.
So you're not gonna tell me your most embarrassing moment? Brick
I
Zilla
don't
told me.
know. I really
then
don't
it ain't
know.
that embarrassing because you would have remembered.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't had anything where I'm like, I need to relocate. You know, gotta move out of the country now. That was so bad.
What about your most memorable scene?
Probably one that I did not too long ago with Black Touch.
What made it memorable?
It was just fire. I don't usually watch my scenes, but that was a scene that I was like,
You're excited to see.
yeah.
What about Nadia J's sex game needs enhancing the most?
Probably my dirty talk.
Why? Because you're soft spoken? But you
Yeah,
talk
maybe.
dirty. You said little funny things already.
Well, funny things and dirty
Not
talk
dirty.
is. I have a really dirty mind though.
You do?
But I think it's too dirty, and I'm like, if I say it out loud, they might run away.
When you
Like,
see
that's
it, when
too
you see a
much.
man for the first time without hearing them open their mouth, and not knowing who their personality is, what is the first thing you are paying attention to? Is it the nails? Is it the eyes, the teeth, the smile, the height?
I think everything. So overall
Damn,
presentation.
you able to peep
yeah.
all that?
Yeah, I'm looking at everything.
When you're at the gym, do you peep out guys?
And admiration.
What's the main thing you're looking for when you're seeing a guy?
For
Say
what
you at the
purpose?
bar and they walking in, what you looking at? Say you looking to me. What if you ever had a promiscuous night?
So yes, I
Those
needed
are always
to
the
get
best.
over
Okay.
an ex, one of my girlfriends at the time. She was like, we weren't dating. We were in between dating.
Who was wearing
And,
the strap?
Both of us.
Okay.
She was like, you know what? You get too attached. You need to go have a one night stand. I was like, I'll do my best. So I met this dude on Tinder, and we were talking back and forth. He was supposed to come to Vegas for Memorial Weekend, and we ended up having a one night stand. And
Did he know who you were?
I think so. I think he
How'd you meet him again?
on Tinder.
It's not the first time I've heard the Tinder stories. Wow.
Yeah.
You had to go. Nadia J had to go on Tinder to find something. Was it worth it?
It was until he spit in my mouth, and then I was like, "This is."
So
too
how you spit in your
much.
mouth? Your mouth was open, or y'all was kissing? And he
We
just
were
let
just
it?
in the moment.
He told you
was
open your
like-
mouth.
Yeah, and I was like, I was feeling it.
So you
and
opened
they did
your
it,
mouth.
and I was like, "Oh, it's disgusting." I almost threw up. It
Did
was
you
not
swallow
a
it?
good spit. It was
Oh,
like
it was one of them. It was one of them.
it was not a clean spit. I'll swap spit in a moment, but it's just that was like a look.
I ain't swapping those. I'm bougie. See, that's why my bougie kick all the way. I ain't sharing your saliva. I don't love you that much. I wouldn't even drink behind my daughter. Never
Well,
mind some damn person stranger on the street. But anyhow, go ahead.
It
Did
was-
y'all
it
did
was
y'all
too
raw dog or
intimate.
y'all have some protection?
No, condoms. He got weird after that, though.
Why? He wanted to come back. You ain't want to give him no more?
No, that was it.
Because of the spit or because
The spit really.
it was the
The
deal
spit
breaker?
and then the change in how he was acting afterwards.
He ain't know how to keep it player.
No, he didn't.
Let's see. You
Despite
gotta
me
keep it
being
player,
really
gentlemen. I'm
upfront.
telling you knock Nadia J down. Just chill and let her call you when she ready to call you.
I was upfront about my intentions too. I'm like, hey,
This
I'm on
is-
a mission
Yeah.
to.
Tender. We call them
Smash
tender.
and
We call
dash.
Yeah, see,
So-
women are more savages than the men. I hope y'all learning.
I wasn't being savage though.
You weren't,
This
'cause
was
you
a
were being
really
transparent.
innocent moment for me. I was
You were
like,
in Vegas at that
I
time.
just need to fucking leave. Yeah.
Did I ask you this? What about your sex game needs the most enhancing? No, I
You
did.
did,
I did.
but then
What'd you,
let's
and
start
then we
talking
went
about
into some other
something
stuff. What?
Oh yeah. I said my dirty talk.
Oh, yeah, you did say that. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. We did just go. Vagina maintenance. How do you go about making sure your kitty cat gets its primary care?
I don't know.
You don't
Shower?
know?
What are we talking about?
Wait, after
Like
a scene, if you work with,
landscaping,
when
or-
you work with Dredd?
With who?
Dredd. Brickzilla?
I like
I saw you.
Boyfriend Dick.
I'm gonna go. Hold on. All right, let me not call out no more names because I'm gonna get the sub bells. So you're not a size queen,
I used to be like heavy.
but you can't handle it no more.
I don't think my vagina, it has reformed itself
So you like boyfriend P?
to take. Yeah.
So when you were out there with them big blocks, what were you? How did you prepare for them before and after? So because you would get sore, I'm assuming, right?
I love that though.
Oh, you did.
Back
You love the
then,
soreness.
It was fun.
You love to wake up the next day and feel that sore.
Yeah.
Not no more.
Not no more. I recover fast, but I just.
Did you lay in Epsom's? What, not Epsom salt? What do they call it? What was it the girls always say?
I think I've only soaked my pussy like one time.
What made that?
And that was after multiple scenes that I did in that week.
So you don't use the Deuce and aloe is something I've been hearing lately. Queen Rogue told us she was like she put aloe on it to bring the swelling down.
No one's doing my pussy like that these days. So.
When's the last time? We'll see. All right. When's the last time you've been with a civilian?
A civilian?
Yes.
Not that long ago, actually.
Okay. And you still deal with that civilian, or was that a promiscuous situation?
No, we're complicated.
Okay. How'd you meet him?
Tinder.
Jesus Christ. How do you get? I can't go on Tinder. They're gonna be like, "That's Bougie show. That's Zay. How can you do that?"
I don't know. I'm just delusional in believing that people just like me because I'm a great person.
Does that person know who you are?
Now, yeah.
What does he do for a living? Do you care what a man does for a living?
Kind of.
And how do you, when you say you kind of what? I want to make sure you're not going to be asking me for money, or kind of I want to make sure.
Well, yeah, definitely financially stable and also good with money.
Well, that's hard. That's usually where the woman comes in, right? Because men
Is
usually
it?
are yeah, shit. If a man usually good with money, he's usually cheap. Most men that I know are good with money, they're cheap. That's from my experience. From the men that I've come across that had real bread, they're usually cheap.
That happens.
So
I think there's a balance. You can't just be spending like you're gonna die tomorrow.
Well, no, I'm not saying that,
but also you can't be Mr. Krabs with your money. That's
is that a turn off for you?
It is. I'm not selfish or stingy with anything that I have to offer, so I don't like people who are like that.
You also stated on camera that you don't like for a person to perform oral on your kitty cat too long. Quote, sucking for an extended period of time leads to the vagina becoming sensitive, end quote. I saw that you performed with Rob Piper. I had a previous guest state to me that he ate her out for 45 minutes straight. What was your experience with the legendary performer?
I didn't get
You didn't get 45 minutes?
Yeah, I didn't get the 45 minutes. That would have been nice. And let me clarify, I don't like my clit sucked on.
Okay.
That's going to cause a
You did say that. Yes,
for
you
me.
did say that. Yes, you did say
But
that.
you can lick it for 45 minutes.
Okay, but just not sucked on, 'cause
specifically.
that becomes sensitive.
Sometimes that's how long it takes.
So how was your experience working with Rob Piper?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was great.
What year was that?
What year was that?
Was that one of the performers you dated?
No.
He didn't give me like he was your type.
Rob used to be my type, I think.
Yeah. You said like dark skinned men or light skinned men?
I love chocolate men. Yeah. I like all the flavors though, honestly.
You ever dated somebody the same complexion as you? You ever dated a red ninja?
A who?
A red ninja.
What is that? A ginger?
Ninja.
Oh, what is a?
Ninja.
Did you say
God,
red?
You're not a square. A ninja.
Oh, I thought you said a red ninja.
A red ninja. That is what I said.
What is that?
It is time to stop the fuck.
Well, I know y'all laughing out there. When this come out, they gonna laugh.
Tell me.
You don't know what a red ninja is? What about a black ninja?
Real or red?
A red, like the red you were wearing.
No, I automatically heard a ginger ninja.
A light skinned ninja? Is that better for you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that now?
Why you didn't just say that?
Because I'm not trying to say the Nigga word. I'm trying to
Why
say
you didn't
ninja.
just say a yellow?
I said
light
red.
skin?
Red is light skin. You're right. All right, I got you. You're right. I give you that.
Okay.
Red, light skin. Sorry, red
Yeah.
is old school. You have dated a light-skinned ninja?
Back in the days.
Not your cup of tea no more?
I don't know.
Okay.
They're not beating the allegations.
What you think about Diddy trial real quick while we on that? I need to start asking performers more what they
Send
think
him
about
under the prison.
Okay. You think he's the devil?
I don't believe in the devil, but he might be a close
Oh, the
second.
devil's in human form, is in physical
know.
form. Why you don't
But
believe
I
in-
think there's people worse than him. I think he might just be taking the fall for.
I don't think he's
worse
taking the fall. I
people.
think he did his dirt too. I think they all done their dirt.
But I think he's going to prison for it, so other people don't have to at the moment.
Well, Epstein went there too, and then they whacked him off once he was about to announce who was at his parties and on that list. But anyhow, I want to ask you this. Do you think that when you get that much control, I don't think he was a bisexual man, a gay man prior to success. I don't. I think once he got the success and seeing people that the powers that came before him, his predecessors, the ones before you, right? Or is it success? I always get them confused. But anyhow, I think that the power of I can take this man's manhood is what gave him more of a thrill than him just actually being attracted to a man, if that makes sense to you. So the power of I can take your booty hole, for lack of a better word, but really your manhood, or I got that much power over you, it becomes an addiction opposed to you just actually like being intimate with the man. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's a control and just I control these human beings.
we could
to
say
do
that about Cassie too.
But here's the problem. She's 19. He's 37. My daughter's turning 20 next month. Even though she understands certain things, she's still a kid to me, right? Because
Yeah.
I know she hasn't been out there. I'm an advocate for saying that you should be 21 to join this industry and not 18, because if you're coming fresh out of high school, you never worked a job, you never faced society, but now you're in a room full of grown men. That's off to me. That's off to me because
Well, I'm not blaming her. I'm saying as far as the power goes,
Oh.
I think he likes that dynamic with men and women. And honestly, when did Diddy come around? In the 90s? I feel like that was a fruity era.
And he had that tranny in that
Honestly.
Big Papa video when Biggie walked. I used to always say when I was young, she looked like a man. And sure enough, we found out later as the Diddy trial came out, that's actually a man. Yeah, it's a tranny.
I think he might have.
So now I
always
wonder
been
if
interested.
Christopher Wallace was, rest in peace to his soul, but I wonder if he was getting down and dirty too.
I think they all do.
Yeah, except for Tupac. Shout out to the GOAT. Isn't it crazy how he died at 25 and Diddy, you had all that money, you got to live twice as long as him, but now look whose legacy is going to end up staying at the top forever while yours just comes. Isn't that crazy how life works?
He did that to himself.
He did do it so. Well, people was there participating too. But, I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
There's a lot of bad apples over there.
Yes, it is. Nadia J joining us on the Bougie Show. Well, we already spoke about you being a size king, so we kind of jumped all over the place. What sexual acts at this point in your life won't you participate in besides backdoor?
I'm not opposed to it. I think it just has to be.
The right person. Would it be
Maybe.
Would it be a smaller individual and not a well-endowed individual?
I've tried both.
And the smaller one was more pleasurable for you or no?
No.
Okay.
They were equally uncomfortable. Yeah. I just don't think I have the butthole for that.
What else? You don't seem like one that likes rough or choked or foot on the neck type of thing. What?
I've had someone. I've put their foot on my head before. Just
You
to
put
see.
their foot on your head before.
Yeah, just to see. I have moments where I'm really into it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like an extreme level of trust, though.
You have to
The
trust
more I
that
trust
person.
you, the more submissive I'm willing to be.
Oh, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I like that. What do you think? Oh, hold on. Let me skip.
Don't skip.
What does it require for Nadia J to reach the promised land of climax?
Slow down.
Don't go so with the penetration?
Yeah.
They be trying to tear you up, huh? Pound you out?
Like,
Is it
pound
more
town
from the
is
civilian or the
fine.
performer? Both?
Both. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if you're attractive, naturally the animal instinct of the man's gonna come out, but you need to be transparent with them and say,
I think you need to build up to it.
yeah, too.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
You just try to, it's always people that just go for it and jackrabbit style fucking. And then they're like, did you come? And I'm like, no, I'm not even
being
aroused.
selfish.
Like,
Is lead up very important?
yeah, huge.
You ever Oh, let me save that for later. What do you think that most men that subscribe to your content enjoy the most about you?
Probably my body, like staying fit, and then I want to say how soft-spoken I am, and my personality as well.
I was worried about your personality because when you came in, I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get this person out of here, and I'm like, I hope she ain't texting Erica because we have.
It's like this mother.
I was just like,
I'm just kidding.
I was just like, man, I'm trying to get it out. You know, I was just thank you for.
I'm real chill, honestly.
Okay.
Until I'm not, but for the most part, I'm real chill.
What your response to people that say sex workers don't do real work? I mean, I know it's work because you're editing, you got to shoot, you got to book.
I've never had so many jobs, actually. I think doing OnlyFans alone is like 8 different jobs in one. Yeah, I think if I leave this industry, I will leave so well-rounded with skills. Because it takes a lot to run your own business and promote yourself and to stay relevant for a decade and then not struggle in this industry. So it's work.
Okay. The lamest thing a man has done to you in public? Not in public, on a date. How about that? Well, give me one. Whichever one you got better. What's some lame man just did to you in public? I think that might be better than a date. But if you got one that's on a date that's a better note, I'll take that too.
I haven't really had any bad dates. So
Take one more sip of wine. You ain't drink. You ain't sipping nothing. You got me
been
drinking by
chatting.
myself. I know, but I just want to make sure. Just a little sip. Go ahead. You were saying, as far as what's the lamest thing men out here doing these days? How about that? Let me just.
Oh, you know what? I just moved down here.
How long you been here?
Like less than 2 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You fresh out the gate. Okay.
I had
So you
a
got
night
introduced to
out.
Publix groceries? Publix
Yeah,
is the shit
yeah.
in it. All right, go ahead.
I had a night out with one of my homegirls, and it was the weirdest night out I've
She's a
ever
performer?
had. She does OnlyFans, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And the dudes were just,
Thirsty? Thirstaholics?
I don't even know.
What were you wearing?
Something chill.
Oh, okay.
I had some jeans on, some white boobs, and like a crop top. Nothing crazy.
And they were what? Just being thirsty?
They were acting unwell. If you would have told me everybody was on crack that night, I would have been like, yeah, I see it. I don't think they know how to talk to people at all. I had one guy come up to me. I don't think he knew me, but he like wrote on his phone. He was like, OnlyFans collab, and like turned the phone over to me, and I was just like,
So
You know.
he recognized who you were.
I don't know if he did or not, but that was his way of approaching me, and I was just like,
That's not gonna work.
Absolutely not. I had so many weird interactions that night, like back to back to back, and I was like, open to schools, you know, put these men in front of women so they can talk to girls. Cause oh my god,
I'll be trying to teach them. Watch
it
how
was
it goes.
real bad.
And the pride. Why are you trying to? I don't know how I came up. I always thought highly of myself when it came to like I'm not gonna give every woman like I'm not getting your DM where you can now screenshot that and say Zay tried to holler at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm always mindful of that, or you know what I'm saying? Like where's the pride at? Like they say every man shouldn't see a woman's teeth. Well, every woman shouldn't be able to screenshot you sending them some weird ass message. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's petty to screenshot it.
Well,
Honestly,
I mean,
it takes a lot of balls to shoot your shot. I'm not gonna
It does.
lie. I've gotten in the field and shot my shot, so
At females or males?
both. Yeah.
What made you shoot your shot at the male?
It's been a while since I've.
But what made you do it?
Um,
And was it
if
a
I just
performer or was it
wanted
a
to,
civilian?
if I just wanted to talk to them and I found them attractive, I'd be like, "Give me your number."
What made you find him attractive?
I think back then it was just looks.
Oh, okay.
I was just like,
So
I
you're
like the way
vanity
you
driven?
look. At the time,
So you're not as much
you know
now?
what? Full circle. I am vanity driven. Yeah.
But vanity driven just solely off the looks, or is it come up top to the mental part of it
No,
also?
but that's what's gonna.
Close the deal? That's what's gonna make the panties come down?
No. That's not gonna do
I
it.
can
But that
stimulate
makes
the
me
mind?
want to talk
When
to
he
you.
can stimulate the mind, not when I can stimulate the mind.
That makes me want to talk to you
Oh,
for
okay,
sure.
okay.
But it doesn't. You know what? The best looking people have some of the.
Ugliest traits, ugliest habits, ugliest...
They're underwhelming. I'd say.
The horniest thing a man has done in your presence.
Oh my God. I was at Home Goods and this man was jacking off in the car while I was putting my stuff away.
The performer earlier today said she was walking to Hollywood, Los Angeles, downtown, and the dude pulled over on the side, was whacking off. She said he couldn't see his jock, but they knew he was jacking off with her and her homegirl walking. So this is a common thing. That's got to be. How did you feel?
So violated. Because
Did he say
I was
anything?
like, no. He
What
just
were you
looked
wearing?
at me.
You had your boobies out?
I was looking homeless that day.
And he still found a way. He had to know who you were.
I don't
It just-
think so. I went back in and complained to the store, and they're like, this man has been pulling up, doing these kind of things. So I was just like, oh, it's getting weird out here. That's a crazy thing to do, I think.
I was going to ask you if you've been in love before, but we already got that answer.
Who told you?
So what are you looking for in a guy these days?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm not dating.
You're not.
No,
You don't even inspire to date?
I don't think so. I'm tired. I'm tired of talking to people. I'm tired of knowing people's favorite colors. I'm just tired of getting to know people.
What's your go-to meal after a shoot?
I don't have one, but something with a lot of carbs, usually. Probably a pizza. Probably something I couldn't eat beforehand.
On the go?
No, I'm going to order it. I'm going to sit down.
The whole box or just one slice?
The whole box.
You smoke reefer?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edibles?
Not as much. I can't. Edibles will have me on another planet. I can't do it.
You know how to roll your own drink?
No.
So you buy them pre-rolled?
Sure do. No shame in my game. Don't ever ask me to roll. You'll be disappointed.
Do you have the...
I can do cones for you. I can do a bong. Do a little pipe. But don't ask me to roll for you.
Do you have a license
To do.
to buy a dispensary, to go to the dispensary?
I didn't need one until I moved here.
That's right, 'cause on the West Coast.
I could get it delivered to my house from the dispensary in Vegas.
So you got a weed man now?
No, I don't.
So where you getting it from?
I brought it all here.
Oh,
I
you
had a
just
lot.
flying with okay. I want to tackle some of your tweets.
I should have deleted some.
We good? I want to tackle some of your tweets. May 21st, you tweeted, definitely going to the nude beach this week.
That
What
never
is-
happened.
It never happened.
I'm disappointed in myself.
What is Nadia J focused on while being in front of the ocean?
At the new beach or
Yeah,
just
at the nude beach.
titties?
Oh, you're looking at the women.
Yeah.
What do
We're
you
not
What do
there
you
for
like about the women? Oh, you're not looking at men. There's no men out there.
I don't know.
Oh,
but
you're
that's
not even
not
looking
what
at.
I'm there
Okay,
for.
so what kind of breasts do you like?
You really can't go wrong. I think
Natural?
I have a shorter list of what kind I don't like, but I prefer natural.
Perky, smaller, B cup, C cup.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like big, overwhelming?
I want to put my face in it, but I don't.
Oh, you like to motorboat?
Know, that's about it.
You like to
It's
motorboat?
like an instinctive reaction when I see.
You like the motorboat?
I guess I do.
Also on May 21st, you tweeted, quote, "This might be my biggest L. My heart aches over it daily," end quote. What led to that tweet?
Oh man, I was reflecting on a breakup where I had fucked up. I just like took a L on a nice person who was really kind, and I showed up in that relationship pretty shitty.
Female or male?
It was a male.
Why'd you show up in it pretty shitty?
I just don't think I was really ready to be in a relationship when we got together, and he did not approve of my
Lifestyle?
work. Yeah.
How did you meet him?
On Tinder.
Jesus Christ.
It is time to stop the
I've met a
fuckery.
Why do
couple
you have to go
boyfriends
on
and
Tinder
a
to meet
girlfriend.
somebody? I'm just trying to
Because I
understand
be at
that.
home. Where else am I gonna meet them?
You just said you went out with your homegirl.
Yeah, I told you how that went. That was terrible. I don't like meeting people at the club anyway.
But you get to see him in person. You get to see you're not getting catfish. I had a performer tell me she got catfish.
No one's catfishing me.
How you know?
We're gonna FaceTime before.
Oh, you do a FaceTime?
Yeah, you're not catfishing me. I'm not leaving that house until I know you're you.
I'm from the old school, man. I want to meet you in person. I got to see you.
That too. After I FaceTime you.
Nadia J joining us on the Bougie Show. All right, here goes the big tweet. The day before the 21st, May 20th, you tweeted,
Oh my God.
quote, I told you were getting interviewed. Talking shit about black women and then asking me to hang out with you is crazy work. What led to that tweet?
There's been a rise of racism on the internet, which I'm sure we all see. But before I respond to people's comments, I'll go look at their page. And his whole page was just like him talking shit about black women. And I was just like, how do you want to talk to me? And this is what you're doing.
This was a man of color?
I think he was white. Yeah. One of those, you're the exception type of people.
Okay.
And I don't like that.
Does Nadia J believe that there is a ceiling on the amount of success a woman of color can have in the adult film industry?
I don't think so. I think if you would have asked me pre-OnlyFans, I would have said yeah.
But not now.
Not now.
Why do you only invest in female friendships? Is it because men always want to knock you down at some point in time?
They do. I love them.
You
but
never had a male friend, like a real male friend?
I don't think so. That's
the downfall of being
gay.
attractive. Yeah.
Honestly.
Only time a pretty woman gonna have a male friend, the true friend is,
Yeah.
he's fruity.
That's unfortunate. I wish
Yeah.
it was different.
It's hard. It's hard. You gotta understand.
I don't though. I have really pretty friends.
I'd have to not be attracted to you mentally for you to be good looking and me not to have some type of desire.
I guess.
If Nadia J could chop it up with one known figure from another industry, who would that be and why?
Rihanna.
Rihanna. Why?
I want to know how she survived the industry that she was in and also became a billionaire at the end of it.
The mantra slogan you live by.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
I can applaud that. End goal for Nadia J.
I think I want to retire on my own little piece of land in another country and be completely off the grid.
All right, we're going to start our new segment. You ready? Don't say nothing, just listen.
All systems ready. Let's go.
It's time to nip it in the bud
3,
on the Bougie Show.
It is time to nip it in the bud. What about the adult film industry does Nadia J feel needs to be nipped in the bud?
Oh, that's so hard. I feel like I'm not in the industry enough to really say. I don't know what's going on these days. My experiences have been so positive.
From your experience?
for
Oh,
the
so
last-
nothing,
The last few years, my experiences have been really positive. So it's hard to say.
anything needs to be nipped in the bud based on what you've seen online, based on your own experience. Even it could be something simple as what we tweeting, what we, the thirstiness or...
I think people could show their personality a little bit more.
Okay.
There's a lot of sex happening on my timeline, and I love a nice dick and titties like anyone else. But sometimes I'm just like, how's your day? Like what else is going
being humanizing. Yeah, I feel you.
on? Yeah.
All right, time to start the moment of truth. Moment of truth is when I state things. If what I state is true, you say true. If it's false, you say false. If it's something you choose not to answer, you say pass. All right. Cock slapping the kitty turns you on.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
Okay, it doesn't turn you on. What does turn it on?
Give me just a tip.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, a little tease.
God damn it. Bonafide freak, goddamn.
We got a bona fide freak in the building.
Most of the time, you want to go home and sleep after a shoot.
False.
What do you want to do?
Finish the job. I want to come.
Oh, so if you don't get it done on the scene, you taking your toy and your what do you call it, Hitachi?
Hibachi.
It is time
Yes.
to stop the
I ain't
fuckery.
fucking with you. You're dangerous.
Even
Okay.
if I do come, I'm still.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You've been turned down by a man before.
Maybe in like middle school.
that low, huh?
It's been a while.
Okay. You are selective when it comes to swallowing.
Yes.
Is that because of the diet and how bad it tastes with some people? That's what I've heard in the past. People, the ones that are selective.
Partially true.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just too much. Like I'm gonna drown in it.
Okay. I need to get a TMI drop. Too much information. I asked, but I don't want to know. Say you were fried, sir.
Fried.
You did not watch adult films prior to joining the industry.
Oh, false.
You did watch.
Yeah.
Okay. And now you don't watch once you join the industry, right? That's usually what I hear. I mean, I know you said you watched the scene because you were intrigued to watch that, but majority of the time you don't watch your own work.
I would say. I
Okay.
don't
What type
watch
of scenes
it
were you
all.
watching? Okay.
Despicable things.
Ooh. Ooh.
Weird shit.
Ooh. You a fetish girl?
I guess so.
Okay. Never judge a book by the cover. She walked in the door, you would have never thought none of this shit, huh?
Gotta keep them guessing.
Yes. You prefer to be intimate with music playing in the background when not performing on camera. Who you listening to
True.
these days?
I have a sex playlist. And it's very random.
What does it consist of? Who's the majority of the songs on there?
It's so mixed.
You ever listen to R. Kelly?
He's not on my sex playlist.
You know he the GOAT, right?
You know,
You need to be introduced to R. Kelly.
me?
Listen, I'm talking about strictly not physically. I'm talking about his music. I ain't talking about that.
Like, do you hate me?
I don't want nobody urinating on you, Miss J.
Me either.
It is time to stop the
All right,
fuckery.
you've had a male performer ignore your double tap.
My double tap?
Yeah, you don't know what double tap is? You don't know what they double tap to let? Come on, girl, you've been in the game too long.
No.
You ever had a performer pound you out, seeing you in pain and kept pounding?
False.
You ever had a performer wear you out where you couldn't perform the next day?
True.
Ooh, who was that?
I don't remember.
Did he? I'm not
Time to stop the fuckery.
You should never want a man to kiss you in the mouth, kiss you right after he skeets off in your mouth.
False.
Okay, you would understand that. You're a player. Good. Some people get offended. Your favorite spot for the money shot is your face.
False.
Okay. It's the breast?
Cream pie.
Ooh. Okay. But doesn't that knock off your balance? I think they say pH balance is what they say, what I've been informed.
It depends on who it is.
Okay.
Most of the time it doesn't.
18 is too young to become an adult performer.
True.
You've had a male performer take way too long to finish during a scene.
True.
Zero tolerance for a man that can't gather an erection on set.
I have kindness for him, but
Okay.
yeah, true.
Well, you don't enjoy cream pies. We know that's false. You just said you do enjoy cream pies.
Yeah.
If a man lets you peg his booty, he's fruity.
I'm into it.
Would you date a man that wants you to peg him? No.
True.
Oh, you would?
At this
Okay.
point in my life, I
Oh,
would.
at this point. Okay.
For
gotcha.
research purposes,
You've got burned as a performer.
burned.
STD.
False.
You never got chlamydia, none of that? Damn, how the hell you get away that long? You can keep it real. I've heard people say
Yeah,
chlamydia.
no.
Okay, all right.
This industry's been kind to me.
You are innocent off camera.
True.
Okay. All right, that's it. It's usually the opposite other way. Okay. If a woman is silent throughout intimacy, there is a problem.
How silent? Like,
Just meme, like
Nothing.
grill, nothing.
oh.
Are you enjoying it? Are you trying to take it? What is there? Is that a problem? Okay. You sometimes think to yourself, I wonder how all this is going to play out.
True.
You don't trust someone who owns a snake.
False.
You do. Okay. And I got one question from a viewer, what I've been asking in this event. Hey, Zay, got a question for you. To those in the adult film industry, I'm a straight guy with an open mind towards corn, but I just cannot watch a female performer in a threesome suck one guy's jock, I'm editing, rephrasing, and kiss the other guy after. Would the guy kissing her have to be gay to do that? Or is he just being a performer? I'm finishing up what he was asking.
Performer.
Okay.
You gotta get in the field. That's
Okay.
like a standard day.
Okay. Nadia J, it was a pleasure speaking with you. I think the audience will love, I think the world will love this interview we just conducted. The camera is yours. Can you let them know something rare about yourself, and what can we expect from you from the rest of the year?
Something rare. I don't know, but you can expect me to be a little bit more or a lot more dominant and fetish friendly, stepping into the next phase of my career, and something the world doesn't know about me. I don't know. I actually am quite innocent in real life.
You are.
I
Nothing
am.
rare about you. You don't have to. Nothing.
I don't know. Rare?
Do you have to wash your right breast before your left breast, or it doesn't matter? I'm just
I do like a really good
It is time to
demon
stop
voice
the
impersonation.
demon voice in person. Okay, well that is
Rare.
something
It's
rare.
weird.
It
I
is.
don't know.
Miss Nadia J is joining us on the Bougie Show. We thank you and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Now, can we go take some pictures? And what we doing? Cupcake? We doing strawberries? We doing whipped cream for the trailer?
I
We
love
doing
it.
grapes? Okay. Yeah, she's a goer. Miss Nadia J is joining on the Bougie Show. We are checking out, y'all. Yay!
It's the Bougie Show with Zeta DJ. Zeta DJ. Zeta DJ.
How long was that? Oh, that wasn't bad. I thought I would have stretched it another 10 minutes, but they kept telling me. Ooh, look who's coming through. 24-hour Pixels is gonna love this. Miss Catalina Kyle.
Hey, yo, Zay, Oliver Coach just DM'd the show, saying he wants to do corner.
Hey, let's stop the fuckery. Come on, let's do this.
Hello, Bougie guys and girls. This is a public service announcement for the world. This is what they've been waiting for, and now it's available to be delivered to your front door. The Bougie Show merch is here and going nowhere. Available for pre-order, the Bougie Show hats, hoodies, sweaters, t-shirts, and much more. We also have our branded signature slogans like
Stop the fuckery.
and of course, we got to represent for those that don't got all their marbles up top. You know they straight fried, y'all. And last but not least, we got to represent for the
Freak in the
freaks.
building.
All merchandise available now on bougieshow.com. Holla at a player, y'all. You know what time it is. Yeah!